Yes. It's steel.
But you can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean.
Keep it real.
Keeping it real.
Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Steven and this is Steel Keeping It Real. So you know what today is.
I am Elmer J. Fudd, millionaire. I own a mansion and a yacht. Again, I am Elmer J. Fudd, millionaire. I own a mansion and a yacht.
That's right, it is Yacht Rock Wednesday. And on this day, I like to do adult contemporary hits from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. And they are normally of a Caucasian persuasion. Now, this second song came out a year before I was born, and that is called Mrs. Robinson. And it comes from the soundtrack of the movie The Graduate, starring Dustin Hoffman, Catherine Ross, and Anne Bancroft, who happened to be the wife of Mel Brooks. A lot of people don't know that. And so this song was not technically written for the movie, but it was. And maybe I'll explain all that away. But this song was the first song, or the first rock song that was considered and won a Grammy for Record of the Year in 1969. It also won a Grammy for Best Pop Vocal Duo or Group for them as well. Now, the way the story goes is that the guy who did the movie, Mike Nichols, The Graduate, asked Simon and Garfunkel if they would do some songs for his upcoming movie. And at first, Simon and Garfunkel didn't want to do that because they didn't want to consider themselves selling out. And then, something was brokered to where they were paid $25,000 for 3 songs. That's a lot from back in 1969. And so the first 2 songs, Mike Nichols is like, I don't know. But then they came with the third song. And the third song, I guess he had been tinkering with prior to this whole thing, and they were revisiting it and playing it, and then they brought it to him. At the time, it was called Mrs. Roosevelt. They only were using, the 3 syllables to, and as you, Mrs. Da-da-da. So at first it was Mrs. Roosevelt, but then, he said, well, we could change it to Mrs. Robinson. He's like, you got a song called Mrs. Robinson? That went perfect for the movie, and so they changed it to Mrs. Robinson, and that's the technicality. Because the song had been started before they were offered the movie, to do music for the movie, it couldn't be considered for an Academy Award for Best Original Song, because it didn't start off as an original song for the movie. That's the technicality. So let's take a look at what this song did on the charts. And Balamo, it went to number 8 in Australia, number 8 in Belgium, number 1 on the Canada Top Singles, number 39 in Germany, number 8 in the Netherlands Dutch Top 40, number 5 in the Netherlands Single Top 100, number 9 in New Zealand, 8 in Norway, 6 in Switzerland, 4 in the UK, 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, number 4 on the US Easy Listening, that's what adult contemporary was back in the 60s, and number 1 on the US Cashbox. So, if you like videos like this and others on the channel, please don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification button, because I'm doing at least 10 videos each and every week. So, without any further ado, here are Simon and Garfunkel and Mrs. Robinson.
So?
Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me.
bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. We'd like to know a little bit about your forefathers. We'd like to help you learn to help yourself. Look around you, all you see are sympathetic eyes. Stroll around the grounds until you feel at home. And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hide it in a hiding place where no one ever goes. Put it in your pantry with your cupcakes. It's a little secret, just the Robinsons affair. Most of all, you got to hide it from the kids. Cuckoo-cuckoo, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Sitting on a sofa on a Sunday afternoon, going to the candidates' debate. Laugh about it, shout about it when you've got to choose. Every way you look at it, you lose. Where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio? A nation turns its lonely eyes to you. What's that you say, Mrs. Robinson? Joe to Joe has left and gone away. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey.
Alright, so that was Mrs. Robinson. What I can definitely say is that the production on this is great because it has that strumming guitar in one ear and then it has almost everything else in the other ear, and it just actually accentuates the guitar. Now I heard that there is a difference in mixing when it came to this song because of the stereo systems that people had, or when it was played on AM radio, they wanted it to have a bigger of a punch, so there was a certain amount of bass added, sound added to the guitar, so you can almost hear that even in the quality that plays back now. The other thing is that there's the story about Joe DiMaggio where he's like, well, I think Simon had met him somewhere in the 70s, shortly, maybe like 71. This song came out in 68, and so he was like, why did you put me in this song? Like saying, where have I gone? He's like, I'm doing commercials here and commercials there. He's like, I'm here. And they said, like, well, at around the time frame you had presidential candidates who were having affairs and things like that, and it was like you were one of those few people that showed yourself with dignity and grace, and different than what we now do to celebrities, where we post them up and we want to know everything about them, when in all actuality they're just people like us going about their day to day. But we want to put them on so much of a pedestal because when we watch these movies with these people, they become beloved. And I get it. You know, Spencer Tracy and Tom Hanks are my top two favorite actors. Of course, you know, Denzel, you know, is on my list and things like that. But, you know, and then you got the female side. You know, you can never deny Meryl Streep. You can never deny Glenn Close and people like that. And then you have, you know, Jennifer Lawrence has her Academy Award and been nominated 3 times. We have a lot of people who are great actors and actresses, and yet, again, when we see them, Nicole Kidman's another one that comes out to me. You know, Nicole Kidman or Renee Zellweger back in the day before she got the plastic surgery. All great actors and actresses, but, you know, and do beloved movies, but they're just people just like us. It is what it is. But you know what? If you haven't seen The Graduate, you should check it out. It's a great story, and it does have a great ending. You know, I'm not going to give anything away that maybe the music video did or did not give away, but you know, there's so much more than just that in the movie, and you should all check it out. If you are still here, I thank you all for staying tuned. I really do appreciate it. First and foremost, I want you guys to like the videos as much as I like making them for you. After that, all you need to do to help me out with the channel is to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Peace.